Oh, no.
Mexico's in trouble, man. They're going to have to go ahead and take their migrants back the way they came. Mexico, Canada, y'all getting them back the way they came.
Yeah. All right, we got the last one, man. A tsunami warning lifted in California and Oregon after 7.0 magnitude earthquake. An earthquake erupted off California's coast on Thursday morning, briefly triggering a tsunami warning for the coast of Northern California and Southern Oregon. The earthquake, the magnitude 7.0 trembler, rumbled at around 10:44 a.m. about 62 miles west of Ferndale, California. A tsunami warning was issued for the coast from Davenport, California to the border between Douglas and Lane counties in Oregon. The Tsunami Warning Center canceled the warning at about 11:55 a.m. And so I read this to you because there was a volcano erupting out there on the Oregon coast that most people don't know, back in 2015. Mm-hmm. But it was a full volcano and it was erupting for like 8 days. They're like, it's just going erupting. But I mean, like, we were on a major fault line. And so I hope everybody has, you're prepared and have enough readiness in your home for anything like that to happen. Because they say what you should have in your home, you need at least 2 weeks minimum of supplies to last you and your family in case of emergency, where nobody can get to you and nobody can respond to you. 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm going to keep it real. A lot of people probably don't have that.
No.
You know what I mean? 2 weeks is a long time. How much water you need, especially if there's a bunch of y'all?
Actually, I showed my kids that because I have a supply of water, but they would always go there and get a bottle. So I was like, cool, here, set the bottle downstairs. I was like, hey, drink this whole case of water. It's 24 pack. This is the only water you're drinking today. And they were like, cool. We got through the water in about 6 hours.
24 pack?
24 pack.
Oh, you only got 2 kids, man.
Yeah,
you got 3 kids total, but you know what I'm saying? But you only got 2 kids,
yeah,
bro.
But that's a lot of water. It's a lot of water.
3 people drank that. They
2 people.
At least they drank
the bottle. They had
water.
access to it, right? Then after, I let them drink it all up. I was like, cool. You see how many? Or I think there's maybe like 5 left. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you see how much water you guys drank? I was like, now imagine if the water didn't work.
2 weeks now.
And then they thought about it. They were like, oh, and that we need to
have to treat them like. Remember the movie with where they were talking, was it End of the World, whatever it was, the one movie with what's the guy's name? I think it was Franco was in it. And the other,
the one where like the demon came and
stuff.
Yeah,
Rihanna was in
I got to the part where the demon was like doing the thing that they're doing. I cut it off. I was like, I don't want to see this.
Hey, the one guy, I forget his name, man. He went in the kitchen and ate up all the food, started drinking up all the water. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's pretty much the situation will be. And I don't have enough water. I probably got like 3 cases of water. I will make it only because I know that's
you
just
need more
for me.
cases, bro. Like I have tons
3
of cases of water.
But then you got to swap them out because it's plastic, man. You can be drinking. Oh, you ain't gonna care about drinking microplastics that way.
Especially these days and times, right? You never know how long you might have to be barricaded in your house. You might not know how long something can happen.
You know what I'm going to do?
Hey,
I'm getting out in the streets.
Bottled waters, jugs of water, dehydrated food.
I'm getting out in the streets.
You can afford it and you can legally own it.
I'm getting out in the streets.
You know what I thought about too? You know what I thought about too? Think about if they come up here and Jay Inslee fucked us. Think about it. We can't even buy guns to defend ourselves from the guns that would come in here to this country or to this state to stop us and to do whatever they want to do. Think about that.
That's why we got to make sure we try to get that law returned in the state, man. That's
quickly.
Ridiculous. Doesn't make any sense at all. But the bigger thing is, though, you were saying something about a ring of fire, all this other stuff. I don't want to hear about this right now. You know,
it's too late.
It sounds horrible to me, man. I remember the last earthquake, the last big one that I think we had here was like 2001, I believe. It was like 2001 or something like that. Or and my daughter was pretty small.
Yeah.
And I remember like having to run and grab her and like, and run into a doorway. And me and her mom like ran into a doorway to kind of like, it was a pretty big one though. You felt it. We were sleeping and it woke us up out of our sleep. It was a big one. I think we had another one before that was like 96 or 97. Something like that, 95, somewhere around there was another.
I was in school for the 2001 one, right? And like I used to live in Alaska, ADAC. So there's hella earthquakes there when I was a little kid all the time. So I was the first person to feel the earthquake. So I'm already on the table. I'm like, oh, earthquake. And they're like, what? And everyone starts laughing at me. And then it starts kicking in. Then they're all screaming. Now I'm laughing at them.
Like it was like, this is real. You know what I mean? But yeah, I definitely don't want to see any kind of earthquakes coming anytime soon. I hope that if it does happen, we get a small one and we just pass it on for another 50, 60 years, whatever the case may be. That's not something I'm looking forward to. Make sure you got decent insurance for that. Those type of earthquakes. I know the one they had down there. I saw a video of a girl, right? She was inside of her house with her dad. She was like, hey, Dad, come look, it's an earthquake. And they didn't even know. His dad, the only reason she knew, she said, was because she was watching her pool in the backyard and the water was just moving like it was a wave, swashing back and forth. And Dad was like, wow. She's like, I can't even feel the earthquake. They couldn't even feel it. You know what I'm saying? I guess it happened pretty far off the coast, you were saying. And that's why they probably couldn't feel it. But we definitely need to pay attention to our region, because that was pretty close right there. It's a 7, magnitude 7 is a pretty big earthquake.
And as it comes to the Ring of the Fire, we are the last. You could Google this and search major earthquakes around the whole Pacific coast, and we're the last piece to be hit.
One of my partners, man, we keep talking. He used to talk about that stuff all the time. The Ring of Fire, the Ring of Fire. I'm like, man, I don't want to hear. I mean, I know we probably talk about politics. People don't want to hear that shit.
About it, bro. It's like, yo, if something major happens where you live at, electricity's out, water's
everything's
bad.
done.
Everything's done, right?
Yeah.
And the authorities can't get to you. Think out to the max that it takes 2 weeks for the authorities to get to you. 2 weeks.
I'm looking at sewage. That's the kind of thing I started thinking about, like right there. Like, where am I going to the bathroom?
I'm just saying.
Oh my God.
And that's for everyone watching this. Do you have enough supplies in your home to survive you and your family for the minimum of 2 weeks?
Everything's going bad. All the food in your refrigerator is done for.
So how many canned foods you got? Because your canned foods will survive you. Forget the food in the fridge. You got to cook all that.
I'm going straight. I live close to the grocery stores. I'm going to get out to the grocery stores. I'm trying to. Hey, yeah, it's gonna be a problem. You ever watch what's those movies that were End of the World, World War Z? Yeah, that's where I'm heading. Okay, yeah. I'm putting whatever I got together, and I'm heading down to the supermarkets. And it's war. I'm taking what I can take, and that's how I'm living. Period. I'm turning into who I'm supposed to be as a man. That's what this is what we are. This is what we're supposed to be. And so, with that,
hey man, we're gonna see you guys next time. Don't forget Friday Fix every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific time, at our digital town hall. 1 p.m. Pacific time every Sunday. All right. It's Uncommon Courtesy.
We out.